of what's going on in the market. It's New Dawn Realty's What's Up Wednesday. Let's go. Good morning, everyone. Here's your New Dawn Realty team with What's Up Wednesday this week. The gang is all here. We're so excited to be all together this week. And excited to share a lot of good stuff with you. So we'll just jump into it. First thing I want to touch on, which I touched on last week as well, cooking with clients is Monday. Yay!
Brian's house.
It's at Brian's house, and he's making
fondue.
Oh, this is going to be so much fun for the holidays.
So we encourage everyone to bring your glass of wine or champagne or whatever. We're all going to be wearing our Christmas sweaters. So if you want to join us and wear your Christmas sweaters and come join us for cooking with clients on Monday at 7 o'clock, we'll get all the information sent out. But we definitely wanted to make sure to put the plug in. It's going to be a fun one. So you should all definitely tune in.
Yes, maybe we should throw a challenge like to our social media peeps, like put on your Christmas sweater, your ugly Christmas sweater, and join us or something. That might be kind of fun.
Yeah. So watch out for all that. It'll be all coming your way. So, yeah, so there's a lot going on in the market right now, especially with all the changes coming that we're looking at for the new year. But one thing, I think for the most part right now, everything is based on kind of like assumability, because there's just a lot in the air that we don't know that's coming to fruition. But optimistically, the market shouldn't change too much. Like, nobody really sees like a crash or anything coming with the real estate market. So I just want to throw that out there, but I know some of you have some more to add to that. So
yes, because we have our crystal ball here.
Right.
Our crystal ball says it's good.
Yeah.
The future's bright.
The future is bright. Yes. We're hearing lots of things. I know, Brian, you're going to jump in there too about, changes potentially in capital gains and changes, to different things. We don't know anything solid. There's just rumors, and the National Association of Realtors fights for these things for us. Mm-hmm. And for the consumers. So we're going to keep you posted as we get more solidified information and we see what changes happens in our government come the beginning of the year too. So we're just going to say stay tuned for, upcoming things and information and changes as they come to fruition and come down the pike. So what are you hearing, Brian?
Well, one of the things I want to piggyback off Janessa, which we were talking about, no crash in the market. Really, the only thing that might hurt us a little bit is, with the COVID situation and people that may be losing their jobs. But, a lot of those people were in the service industry. So, what percentage of those people actually owned homes? We're not sure. So we'll see. But, the crashes that we had earlier in, the 2007, 2008 crash, and those were more based upon loans that were done for people that shouldn't have really been buying homes, and i.e. they were stating their income. They basically just wrote income on a loan application and qualified with that income. And when you could buy an investment property that way, if you all of a sudden couldn't afford the payment, guess what? You were going to let go your investment property. So that was kind of the big crash. That's not what's happening. I mean, ever since then, you got to qualify for your loan. I mean, you actually got to have a W-2 or tax returns, pay stubs, or jobs. So you got to have the ATR, the ability to repay the loan. So we're not really looking at a big crash in terms of, I think, a lot of inventory coming on the market and watching values come down. So that was the optimism in the market, which is that it's going to continue to go up. And the other thing that you got Jerome Powell with the Fed and a few other these bigwigs, these prognosticators are saying the rates are going to stay low. We don't have that crystal ball that you're talking about, but if they're saying that they're going to stay low, then more than likely they'll do what they can to kind of hold that line. So it could be good. And what did we hear this morning? Till possibly 2023 with low rates.
Right.
And low rates could mean where we're at now here, in these mid twos, but even if they stay in the threes and the twos, this is it's such inexpensive money.
Mm-hmm. Don't say into the threes. Now I'm going to have to educate buyers when they go, interest rates are so high.
I know.
Just,
They
you know
went up
what?
into the threes.
Let's let's maybe we'll come up with a printed sheet. This might not be a bad idea to come up with a printed sheet that shows what they were in certain years, the average rate in like go back to like 1985 and then kind of
Yeah.
work your way up, and you'd see some stuff at 17% and they'd be like, oh wait, that's not so bad.
Okay, things are doing all right.
Yeah,
Yeah, we're not going up to 17. I think
you're
we're good.
right.
Well, and kind of on the inventory talk, inventory's low, but there's still, as far as like homes that are going on the market, but there's still the new builders or the builders. I know Kayla kind of wanted to touch a little bit on that.
Yeah, and just so full disclosure, I have my kiddo here, so you might
And your Christmas tree in back, which looks beautiful.
Oh, thank you. Yes. So yes, I mean, new builds are such a great option right now, especially with all the new communities that are coming up. There are so many communities that are in the first stages of building, which is really the best time to get your house in one of those communities. Yeah, you're having to deal with, the construction for a little while, but the cost of the house is going to be so much less than if you were in one of the later stages. And if you're already going to be, paying a higher dollar for houses that are being resold, why not get one that's, fresh and brand new? So I think it's the new build industry right now is really booming. I know I was driving through Parker the other day. I was over in your neck of the woods,
It's crazy.
Brian, and I saw
Nuts.
signs for a new community. What was it? Chambers in Maine. I think there was
Yep.
a new one right there that said coming soon. So they don't even have details that they can release on it yet. So I'm going to keep my eyes and ears open on that one. But if you guys are wanting to get a house and you're kind of wanting to get a little bit more, bang for your buck as far as newness goes, definitely think of a new build, because especially when they're in the beginning stages, equity is going to be a good thing over there.
That's
There's a
wonderful.
5 year. Oh, sorry, Donna. I was
Go
gonna say
for
there's a 5 year plan for where she was looking at there in Parker, and it's kind of the southwest side of Parker.
Yeah.
And I think it's like 10,000 homes, and I mean there's got to be at least I'd say there's got to be 6 or 7 home builders that are over there on that plot of land.
The one that I saw is another Shea Homes community, and it looks
Yep.
like it's going to be smaller, which just kind of seems like what they like to do. They do like to do those little like boutique-y style
Yeah.
communities. I can't remember what it's going to be called. I completely spaced it, but I'm really excited to see what they come up with after looking at their Solstice community over here in Highlands Ranch. So
You still get a ton. You get a ton of a bang for your buck in Parker still, just because they think it's out there.
mhm.
What I was going to say is if you're bumping into a lot of multiple offer situations too, new builds, that's not an issue. That's a big plus if you're looking for that.
Yeah.
And what I love is the New Dawn Realty team will check kind of the phase and stage and how many builds they have left. And if we can get you into a newer part of the phase of the building, like Kayla was saying, there's more equity potential as the builder continues to bump those prices up. So we'll be watching that for you too. Young, you got some listings.
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
So exciting.
Do you want to tell us about them or just say stay tuned?
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned. Okay, good.
Gotta keep you guys coming back. So
That's right. Stay tuned. Young's going to tell us about those 2 cool new listings. And anything in the mountains, Chantal, before we wrap up.
For the market in the mountains, especially there, it's still strong.
Good.
Actually, many people are moving up there, trying to get away from the cities. People are buying big ranches, up there. So, hey, it's a good place to have a second home if you want to ski and at the end of the day, relax on a fireplace. Or maybe just try to go play in the snow. Come to the mountains. I'll help you.
I love it. You sound awesome. All right, so we're going to wrap up, and thank you so much for joining us each week with What's Up Wednesday. We expect to see all of you at Brian's house Monday via Zoom, via Instagram, and Facebook. Are we doing any other handles? I think that's plenty, right?
Yeah.
And we'll all be running our own social media too, which is always strange. We'll figure out how to get that all incorporated at some point. But in the meantime, come join us, and we'll wish you happy holidays and Merry Christmas on Monday. So we will see you next Wednesday before the holiday as well. And thanks for joining in. Like, share. What's the line, Janessa?
Like, share, comment. We love your support. Be involved. And yeah, we'll see you next week.
Awesome. Thanks, guys. Have a great week.